You know what? Fuck it. We gonna start recording this shit now. Yosh. Yosh. I got the pink Yosh up on this bill. Yeah, I didn't say it. I just kind of say it, but I didn't say it. But I got the pink Yoshi. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me turn off my fans. Fuck. So I don't know how I should kind of do this, but I guess we're just gonna keep on continuing doing this. So I took down episode number 15 of Subeg's Garden, and the main reason is because, you know, I didn't have all of the up-to-date information on Bungie and their whole situation, and it seems like a way more complicated situation than first thought. Honestly, it's way more complicated than it seems, because on one hand, Sony really needs Bungie for their live service expertise, and on the other hand, Bungie has these games that they need to make. So it's kind of it's very interesting. It is a very tumultuous. Oh my god, it's a very tumultuous situation out there going on in PlayStation and Bungie, but we can talk about that a little bit later. Let me actually scoot my Google Doc over here. And yeah, I don't have my DSLR set up for y'all, so you guys just gonna have to be okay with the webcam here, the little I don't even know what to call this, letterbox, fucking 8x8 picture of me, and then you get to see a little bit of my background. This is gonna be kind of an interesting little experiment for me. Maybe I should become like a voice actor or something like that, because I feel like I could do voices really well. Hold on, let me I hit y'all with the Yoshi, right? Yoshi. Let's just continue on with what I was saying. So before I actually talk about everything that's going on at PlayStation, I want to say I actually don't know everything that's going on PlayStation. All the stuff that I do know, I researched it on, Google. I just typed up stuff, I typed up PlayStation Studios, I typed up all that, and I just researched it and stuff. So all this information that I know is all just out there. I have no inside sources, nothing like that. When I speak personally, I speak with my heart, so I kind of just say what I feel and how I feel about things and what I think is going to happen. And I think you guys already know that as you guys are listening to this, but I'd even fucking introduce myself. As always, I am the boy. I'm the boy, Avatar. I got my Yoshi with me to keep me company today. It's nice having a guest, it makes me feel a little bit comfortable. It makes me feel way more comfortable, actually. And I feel like the conversation flows more easily because I have someone else to riff off of, but this is great for me because these are my thoughts that I'm giving y'all, It's not just I'm giving y'all like an interview or anything like that. Like this is structured for me. But this is actually the third take I'm doing of this. But I change it up every time. So it's not the same. You feel me? This is hella funny. This is number 15, but in reality, it's probably 18, 19 in my eyes. It's probably more like 25 because I have so many takes of so many of the other episodes. But I have noticed as I'm going on, one take, usually I'm good. But, sometimes I do need multiple takes of stuff because I'm not perfect. And I spent this whole time explaining myself what is going on out here. Now, the good thing about recording on a webcam is the fact that I don't need to worry about the shit dying on me. That's the main thing. Like with the last episode, my boy Alejandro, if y'all didn't watch that, check it out for sure. Plugging myself right now. But with that episode, it started to get like the 1 hour 45-minute mark. I remember thinking in my head, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, it's gonna happen sooner or later. And when it did happen, I was like, damn. But it was cool. It was cool because y'all saw me pretty much. Well, I edited it in. I kept it in the edit, but y'all saw me, switching over to the webcam. like in real life or in live action. So, it is what it is. But I grabbed me a protein bar. I'm fucking hungry, y'all. I'm fucking hungry. And yeah, I grabbed me a Snickers. We gotta name this thing. What should we name it? If y'all got a name for my Yosh right here, let me know, bro. Drop it in the comments. Oh man, I turned into one of those guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Nah, that's some lame shit. That's why I always just say it at the end, and I leave it in the captions, because like, if I say in the beginning, it's like y'all already telling me to like sell you on something. I didn't even give y'all I didn't even give y'all the product yet. When you're doing that, it's like you're not even giving them the product yet. It's like you're just asking them to give you money before you even. Jesus Christ, I'm just talking hella fast now. What the fuck am I even saying? What the fuck? Okay. Let's get back on topic. I'm pretty much already warm, but I'll still do my warm up question. Is labels. I have a friend. I'm not gonna put him on spot, but if he's listening to this, then he will understand what I'm saying. But a lot of people have this, but he always says that he has ADHD, and I believe him. I believe him 100%. But I've noticed that everything that he does in his life, and like everything he tries to explain to me, the reasoning he gives is because of the ADHD, and then I always tell him this. I always tell him, like, you're using that as a label for you. Like, I try to say, like, don't label yourself, like, yeah, you have ADHD, but that's not you, like, you're him, but you're not ADHD. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if y'all understand what the fuck I'm even trying to say, but I'm pretty much just trying to say is like fuck the labels, like, it's cool if you're gay, it's cool if you're straight, it's cool if you're bi, it's cool whatever letter you are on that list of letters, like, it's fine. Honestly, it really is. But don't make it who you are. I don't know. It's interesting. Oh shit. It is what it is, but that's just my little tangent on labels. Don't label yourself. You are whatever you think you are. You're not what the world defines you as, or should I say, you are whatever you want to be. Even though that sounds hella cliche, but the world doesn't define you. I feel like that's the main thing. Like if you're treated as a villain, that doesn't mean you are one, because it's whatever is in your mind. That's just like I'm on my Andrew Tate shit again, man. I'm on my Andrew Tate shit. I'm goofy right now. Holy shit. You don't label yourself, guys. Don't label yourself. I labeled myself as the Avatar because I'm the master of all elements. You feel me? Like you put any game in front of me, I'll be proficient. I may not be good, but I'm the Avatar in training. You feel me? So I'll get there eventually. Just got to give me some time. But with that all being said, man, I love doing podcasts at night, man. I love daylight savings, man. I fucking love this time of year because where I'm at, it gets fucking dark at like 5. Like right as I'm getting off of work, it's dark. Whoo! Like the rest of the night, man, I'm chilling. But shit, that's just me. Oh man, but yeah, so we'll see how this one goes. And I should be working on my episode with my guesses coming up this week, but I have to do this redo here. So I'm kind of trying to do both, but I'm not really good at multitasking. And I also have a protein bar. So I haven't even ate not a lick of this yet, really. So I got a lot going on over here. And if y'all got a lot going on over there, then let me know in that comment section. Shit, I'm trying to see what you're thinking about, you know? I want to include you into the show. You know, it'd be my dream to like write this show out and actually have like audience questions in this. Like it'd be crazy to plan that out. Like that's a goal of mine, you know, because you know I'm only one person and I can only think of so much. So now I'm getting on my woe is me type beat. So I don't need to hop off of that for sure. Type B. Shout out to the Black Hokage, man. Shout out to Black Hokage, man. I like to give my flowers out here. And yeah. So what are we talking about now? Let me see. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to talk about this great scene in Atlanta. There's this great scene in Atlanta, and I feel like it really encapsulates how I feel and how I have been feeling. You know, I forgot what fucking Gambino's name is in the show, but what's his name in the show? But he's pretty much like a deadbeat, you know? He like goes on a train and then he like meets this guy on the train and he's pretty much just like just talking about how his life is and shit. And he pretty much just says like he feels like he's in this world to help the winners win, but at the end of the day, there's always has to be like a loser, you know? So he feels like he's the loser to the winners. And it's just crazy because that's just kind of stuck with me since I watched that. It's like, you know, there's always two sides to each story, you know? Like, it's crazy that I seen a fucking ad that says support Israel because like, I see like videos of like how it is in Israel. And it's like they're living way more comfortably than the people in Pakistan, or not in Pakistan, in Palestine. Why does Israel need our help right now? You know, they're on the aggressive. They're not really getting attacked. So it's like what narrative is being spread right now? You know, like who should we believe in? What am I even talking about? Fuck. Yosh. The main topic of this episode is what is going on at PlayStation. You know, I first said turmoil, but it's more just like something's off. I don't know what's going on, you know. I'm seeing a lot of layoffs going on at Bungie, and a lot of these developers at Bungie, or ex-developers, ex-Bungie devs are tweeting a lot of stuff like saying like, oh, they just found out today, or they just found out a few days ago, stuff like that. And it's like, and like they're just like so lost and stuff. And you know, it's sad, you know, it's sad because I don't know why they're getting laid off, because Bungie's very talented, of course, but you know, it's very shaky, you know, that. And the main thing that I'm taking away from this is that it seems like the whole industry is on very thin ice right now, like razor thin ice. You know, it seems like it's about to shatter like that. And yeah, it's like all these developers that have, or these personnel that have been at PlayStation. You know, Connie Booth, she's been at PlayStation for a long time. Jim Ryan, he's been at PlayStation for a long time. He pretty much helped build up that Europe division, because he speaks what's it called? He speaks in a British accent, so like of course he's from there, you know. He helped to build it up there. He's a businessman, you know, in the true sense of the word, just like, you know, Jack Trenton, you know, he was a businessman for America though. He was a businessman for us, like, but like it seemed like the community kind of rallied with him, you know. I wonder what happened to Jack Trenton, you know. I remember seeing him a lot in the E3s of like 2009 or 2010 or something like that. And that's the one that I like remember a lot. Someone needs to go on Iron Lords, man. Where's Jack Trenton at? Where's that guy at? He needs to show up somewhere. Yeah, Connie Booth, she just helped ship out Spider-Man 2. If you go on Moby Games, all the information is out there for y'all, It's all out there. So it's just crazy, But the thing that I got wrong and the thing that I want to rectify is that the layoffs at Bungie specifically seem to not have anything to do with PlayStation. Like, they don't seem like they're hand in hand. Those layoffs do seem separate. So there's that. That's the main thing that I feel like. But it's weird because the other points still stand. So Bungie got purchased last year, I believe in June of 2022 or 2020, or July of 2022. And, the CEO or the CFO or whatever, I think his name is Hiroki Totoki, he pretty much said like their expertise is going to be it's pretty much going to be worth more to PlayStation than all of Activision Blizzard is to Xbox, which is just a crazy statement because Activision has literally so fucking much and Bungie has literally so little. So they physically have so little, they've worked on a lot, but they have anyways, but now I'm just making myself laugh. Bungie's a master of gameplay, of course. Their gameplay is always really good. That's why it makes sense why they're under PlayStation, because PlayStation has a lot of people that are master of, specific things. Naughty Dog's very master of that cinematic narrative experience. Like, there's so, how do I word this? Their expertise should be way more applauded because you don't see any other developers really tackle games like they do. Like, they try. Like, I would say that the teams that try to emulate what Naughty Dog does, like, the closest is Crystal Dynamics, but that's with the Tomb Raider games. And I feel like even they, fall short. But they try to do their own separate thing, but they fall short for being, good narratives, I would say. Those are very fun games to play in my eyes. Those are ideal. And I even think that's one of the great franchises is Uncharted. Because without Uncharted, there's no Last of Us. So I feel like Uncharted surpasses that. Anyways, that's besides the point. Bungie came in, they gave internal reviews of all the live service games that are in development at PlayStation. The ones that I know of are only a few, so they probably looked at even more that are in development. So the ones that I know, Fair Games at Haven, so that's going to be a third-person Watch Dogs type of game. I already said that. Concord, that's at Firewalk. That's going to be a first-person type game, potentially like a Call of Duty. And then they looked at Last of Us Factions. That's obviously from Naughty Dog. And then there's another game that I looked at. It's called Star Citizen's Theaters of War. This is from Firesprite. I thought they were a VR team, but it seems like they're working on some sort of Battlefield, outer space Battlefield type of game. And, that seems pretty smart actually, because if DICE is not going to make no more Battlefronts, then there's a wide open lane for a game like that. Anyways, so they looked at all these games. I don't know how they felt about Fair Games, Concord, or the Star Citizen game, but I do know that they gave a somewhat negative internal review of Last of Us Factions. And the main word that I see thrown around is that Yoshi. The main word that I've seen thrown around is that it wasn't sticky. And it's interesting to me because Naughty Dog has made multiplayer modes that are sticky, Uncharted 2 and 3's multiplayer got shut down in 2019. And that's 1 year before the PlayStation 5 came out. Think about that. Last of Us Remastered on PS4, that multiplayer servers are still up. And just imagine if they just put that same multiplayer in Last of Us Part 1 Remastered. Just a remake, whatever, the shit that they put out last year. If they just put that in that, like, I feel like it'd just be like the perfect game. I would have bought that day one if it had the multiplayer mode in it. 100%. Because I just want to play Last of Us in multiplayer. Especially part 2, because part 2 has the advanced movement. It has the proning, so it's like you're stealthing around like Solid Snake. It's a fun game. And that's a fun sandbox that Naughty Dog made to like play in. It's not that extensive of a sandbox, but I feel like Naughty Dog is proven to deliver. And for me specifically, I don't mind games being just, map-based, team-based, objective-based, or just kill-based games, I don't mind that. Because if Last of Us can do that, then it could kind of take that spot from, like, you could say, like, Gears, or, like, you could even say, like, Fortnite, Because, like, I don't want to play Fortnite because, like, I know this is kind of childish, but, like, the graphics, it does look like really fucking kiddie, It's a kiddie game. Like, it's a kiddie game. Yeah, you can build and all that, but I don't know. I just like my games with a little bit more realism. I want a multiplayer game that's really realistic. That is kind of what I want at the end of the day. And Siege was almost there to a certain extent, but now it's not realistic at all with like the operators that they've added. But Bungie specifically, I feel like they have no say in this because they make mistakes too. Destiny 1 did not launch in a content complete state. They had to make that game great, and it took them the whole lifespan of that game for it to become great. And then right when it peaked, they moved to Destiny 2, and the crazy thing is they repeated the same mistakes from Destiny 1 into 2. But not only that, they added so many more monetization into the game. So it's like they added way more ways to spend money on the game. There's still just as much content, and it still needs just as much work as the last game did. So it's just like they're prone to mistakes too. So it's kind of like, the people that are in the wrong are never the developers. The developers, they just do their best in my eyes. You can think, which is crazy because I know now I'm just bringing up so many people. Colin brings up the sports ball idea. He always says he talks about sports ball a lot. And you can think of PlayStation and Xbox as like sports teams, like the organization, like management. Like PlayStation is upper management. The developers are like the players, And then like the coaches are like the interstitial people, I guess you could say. It was kind of a dumbed down explanation, but it is what it is. Bungie has really no say in my eyes, and if I was at Naughty Dog, I'd be pissed. I'd be really mad. I'd be like, why are y'all listening to them? Like, we've been grinding our ass, working hard, and we're making IPs that like are trying to stick, Because Last of Us is a known IP at this point. Uncharted is a known IP at this point. Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper. I wish they would put more. I wish they would put more. And coming up, Ghost of Tsushima movie. I feel like that movie has a chance to be like great. And I know like Twisted Metal came out already. They're trying. They're trying to make their IP stick. So it's like. Man, I keep on saying this, but we have everything we need, We have everything we need. And I'll talk more about that later, about the Clippers and whatnot. Because they play their first game as a unit tomorrow. And that's going to be interesting to watch because, as always, I'm going to be watching with silent eyes. But as far as the layoffs go, I think that's just kind of the industry at large. It is in trouble a little bit, and the consolidation is real. It is being really consolidated. But indies are on the rise. Hopefully, the engine makers, the people that make the engine that these games are running on, are not selfish and greedy as well. They try to look at things in a holistic way, but I mean everything's about money nowadays. So I don't know. It's dire. It's dire out there. It's fucking dire. I don't know what else to say. It's shaky at PlayStation, and it shows there's only one game that came out, and it's from their most consistent studio. One game from their most consistent studio. But I do think that Sucker Punch is on the move. I do think that whatever their next showcase is, I think they will show off whatever Sucker Punch is working on, because they do seem to move at a quicker pace. I would say Ghost of Tsushima, I think it took them like 6 years, but excluding Ghost of Tsushima, they do move at a pretty quick pace. I hope they're allowed the time, that all the other developers are. I hope they put them on a spotlight, as they've been doing. They'll put Spider-Man on a spotlight, but will they put Ghost of Tsushima 2 on a spotlight? Ghost of Nagasaki? I don't know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be Ghost of Tokyo, maybe. Ghost of Tokyo? That'd be crazy. Going to the mainland? Whoo! Whoo! Dude, if they do that, oh no, I'll wait forever for that game. Dude, if they do like the whole... Okay, now I'm thinking too broad. Oh, man. But yeah, I think this... across the industry, we're all on razor thin ice, But it's freeing on my end because, this is all mine. I get to decide what I talk about. I get to decide what we speak about. I have my own opinions formulated. No one's controlling me over here. You feel me? And if you come on the show, no one's controlling you either. Because this is an open environment. You feel me? I wanna open up to everybody, and I've been saying this, and I'm gonna keep on saying this. It's about giving my world to the world. Because, the garden is beautiful out here. More things to note, PlayStation, they announced the PS5 Slim. And the main thing to note about that is it doesn't have a vertical stand. So you only have stands to put it horizontally. People say that you could just place it vertically and it'll be fine. So there could be that too. But it gives you little vertical stands, and it's more like little nubs. If you guys know that little table that they put on pizza, it kind of looks like that. I've seen that on Twitter. That show's funny, but it kind of looks like that. And then of course, I keep on saying this, but next year they're gonna announce the PS5 Pro. They're probably gonna announce it around June or maybe July. It's probably gonna have a quick turnaround, so they'll probably announce it, maybe give it like 3 or 4 months. We'll see what happens, but it is coming out next year. And the main thing that's actually been intriguing about that is that PlayStation and Nintendo are going to be kind of going head to head for like the first time in a while. You feel me? So, that's been kind of sticking in my brain a little bit, because I don't remember the last time Nintendo and PlayStation went head to head. Because let me see, when did the Wii come out? Oh, wait, 2006. Oh, they did go head-to-head in 2006, right? PS3 release date. Whoa. Yo. Dude, this is going to be like the PS3 and Wii all over again. Holy fuck. No way. Dude, this is like some epic chess moves out here. Holy shit. Because the PS5 Pro, it is going to be an interstitial console. It's just going to play the same games on the PS5, but better. There's not going to be no exclusive PS5 Pro games. And look, as for me, I'm going to have FOMO. I'm going to have FOMO looking at that, because I know it's going to probably have RDNA 3 throwing out all that technical jargon and shit. Yoshi! Throwing out all that technical jargon and shit. And that's what Sony wants. They want the people that have the PS5 to buy the slim PS5, and then they want the people that have the slim PS5 to buy the PS5 Pro. So it's kind of like we got 3 PS5s. It's like we're triple dipping out here. And that's why PlayStation games, they don't really sell that much, because they don't really sell as much as like Nintendo games, because the fan base ain't playing as many games. That's just a conjecture. I think that's the word, right? But yeah, it's gonna have the full RDNA 3 feature set probably, and that's because the PS5 Pro is justified because the PS5 hardware isn't up to par. It doesn't have the full RDNA 2 feature set, because at the time that's what AMD was on. They were on the RDNA 2 feature set, the hardware VRS, variable rate shading. I think that's the main one. I don't know what else it's missing. There's probably a bunch of other technical shit that it's missing, but that's why the PS5 Pro is justified, because the base PS5 doesn't have it. But on one side, the console manufacturer or the company is saying that their hardware is pretty much not good enough. That's what they're saying to us by their actions. They're pretty much saying like, oh, it's not good enough, so we need to put something that's better. But Xbox, they're pretty much saying like our console had the most up-to-date tools at the time. They put everything they had into that shit, so developers should fully utilize it. And I think we're gonna start seeing a further disparity when the PS5 Pro comes out, because then it'll probably, I hope to God, it'll be like, the PS5 Pro is the best, then the Xbox Series X is next, and then it's like PS5 base and then Series S, because that's how it should be on paper. No fanboy shit. It just should be that way. It should be that way, because the Series X is a more powerful console than the PS5, just on paper. The PS5 has a faster SSD, but that's really just to load in data. That's all that's for. It's just to load in data. The SSD isn't going to give you more performance. The SSD is not going to give you no higher performance. It's literally just loading the game faster and loading the data faster. I don't know. Because I feel like when Spider-Man 2 comes out on PC, it probably will require an SSD, but you could probably run that on a Gen 3 SSD or Gen 2 SSD. Like you don't need the current Gen 4 SSD to M.4 SSD or whatever, M.2 M.2.234. Yeah, man, that's so annoying about PCs, man. Just to give y'all a little personal story about me, I built my own PC. And I could give y'all the little spec sheets, but then y'all probably be pocket watching. But I did build my own PC. I have a 3070 in here. I did it on myself. I did it all in one day. So when I finished building it, I was super hyped. And it's my baby, but I hate the names on PC. Why does everything have so many fucking numbers and letters? Especially on the AMD side, because on the Nvidia side, it's they're in love with their TI shit. So it's like I have the 3070, just the base one, but it's the real name is RTX 3070. There's you can get the RTX 3070 Ti, you get the RTX 4090 Ti's, but it's way more simple. But on the AMD side, it's the Radeon RX 5800 XTX. Bro, what is that? Or the Ryzen 7 5800 X3D. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? What kind of name is that? Anyways, that's my little tangent. PC Master Race, y'all, the nerdiest motherfuckers in the world. No, they're just a bunch of gatekeepers, man. They're just a bunch of gatekeepers making fun of fanboys. Should I make fun of fanboys? Old and young? Nah, if y'all heard it, y'all heard it. But maybe I'll bring it out. Oh, dude, yeah. And I was just thinking about it. I wonder if in 70 years there's gonna be old grandpas and grandmas just worrying about consoles and stuff. I wonder if there's even gonna be consoles then. I wonder what's gonna go on if everything is just gonna be in the cloud. ultra low latency everything. But I feel like I'm always gonna love my hardware. Physical, something physical. That's why I still buy physical games. I love my physical games. Dude, I still have a lot to talk about, actually. Holy shit. How to cope with horror. So, I haven't played Dead Space in like a week, so I don't really want to talk about this because I'm a pussy. Building up to a title screen. So, there's this game out on Games Pass called Joson. It is, I think, French or Italian, one of those two. Yeah. It's pretty much a climbing game, It's a climbing simulator. Right trigger is your right hand, left trigger is your left hand. You have a silent protagonist. The story is very simple. It's not really that complicated, It's more like show instead of tell type of story. To me, it's giving me Eco vibes. Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian type vibes. And the one thing is that it's really, I know this word is overused, but this game is really chill. It's a really relaxing game to play. You're just climbing, you're putting your pikes on there so you're not falling and stuff. And as you play more and more, the game introduces more mechanics to you. So, the game does gamify things for you. You do have a double jump. You do swing like Indiana Jones on some wire and shit. And yeah, the game is really fun. But the thing that I don't like is when a game doesn't let you earn the title screen. Because that game, it just boom. Once you press start, title screen. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to earn the title screen for sure. Whew, I need a water break, y'all. It's getting hot up in here. Good thing I still have some agua fresca. Agua fresca spiked with El Tequila. Anyways, yeah. So that's the end of Just I'm still playing that game. I'm a little further in now. I think I'm like an hour in. Cool game, Spider-Man 2. This is the big one. This is the biggin. So as I noted earlier, for me, because I play games differently than most people. For me, I didn't get a boss fight for what it seems like halfway through the game. The first half, I don't think I encountered not one boss fight other than the first one in the beginning. And yeah, but I started, I completed most of the side quests, I would say. I would say I'm done with 75% of the side quests at this point. I do feel like I'm in the third stage of the game, probably at almost getting close to the end there. So I am pretty conclusive on my thoughts here. And the game is good, but I'm not super strong on it, it's missing something to me. It's missing something. It's fun and it's very cinematic and the graphics are beautiful. And one thing I wanted to say is whatever Insomniac, they got someone back there. They got some lucky elves back there, or they got greatness back there. That's all I know, is because their technology for ray tracing is incredible. Their technology for ray tracing is fucking incredible, Like on console, it literally looks like it's like running almost like ultra. But it's because I'm running the game in fidelity. So I'm running the game in fidelity. And most of y'all that are listening to this, you probably have already played Spider-Man 2 and stuff. So you guys probably already know what's going on. But, it's fun. And the main thing is that I went into this game not really watching no trailers and stuff. So I went into the game blind. But the main critique that I have is that the second half of the game is way too quick. It's way too fast. The build-up, it's really slow, it seems. And then it just seems like it's just boom, 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 boom. It's like boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. It's they should have spaced it out a little bit. It does seem like it's very just here it all is. But I did get to a really fun segment of the game last night. I'm not gonna spoil it because we don't fuck with no spoilers out here. So I did get to a really fun segment of the game. This is what I'll say. It lets you go crazy. The game lets you go crazy pretty much, and it's really fun. It's really fun. But the swinging is really fun. The game is really fun. I have encountered some bugs, just a few. That doesn't deter how I feel about the game at all, because I feel like, fundamentally there is something missing. Like, it does seem a little bit rushed. It doesn't. I don't want to say that it doesn't seem complete, because it is a complete game. There is a lot of stuff in there, but just I would say maybe the pacing is just a little off in my eyes. But I haven't finished it yet. I'm about 80% through. It's fun. It's it's still typical. It's still typical Spider-Man action, but I will say I will keep it installed on my PS5 because I really love traversing as Spider-Man. It's fun. It's just fun swinging around. And I think Insomniac did a great job here, and I commend them. But it's nothing out of the ordinary. They did a good job with the character. They're doing a good job telling the story. The villains, they are interesting. I'm really curious about the Flame thing, because I didn't know what was going on with Yuri, because I thought she was a cop in the first game, but I didn't finish the DLC, so that's all on me. And yeah, I do want to platinum this game still, and I'm gonna platinum it. And after I platinum it, I'll see where I head to. The world is the oyster. There's so many games to still play. And Yakuza like Gaiden, the man who erased his name, came out. I still want to play Lies of P. I do want to play that game because I want to beat a Souls game. So I just got to get into that. Playing Jasant. Halo Infinite. Yeah, if y'all want to play Halo Infinite with me, that's one of the games. Counter-Strike 2 on PC. That's a game that I'm loving right now. That's fun. And let's talk about basketball real quick before we head off, because I'm on 50 minutes, so this is going to be a long one. And yeah, let's just talk about basketball real quick. Culture, that's the main thing that's crucial to our success. If everyone buys in, if everyone plays for each other and not for themselves, the team mentality, as we've always been doing, that's how we're going to win. We can't celebrate after every fucking bucket. We can't have big heads. We just can't. We have to play the game with respect. Paul, Kawhi, Russ, PG, T-Man, Harden, Zubac, Bones, Plumlee, all the guys, Kobe. Shout out. All of us, we have to play with heart. Am I missing someone? Russell? Did I say Russell? Anyways, we have to play with heart. We have to play for each other. That's how teams win at the end of the day. They got to know that culture, building good chemistry. Chemistry is important. We still just need to wake up and be great. My mindset doesn't change. They're going to play their first game as a unit tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. Is there anything else I want to say? You plant the seed, you water the seed, you tend to it, it's going to grow. You feel me? And that's the mindset that I'm taking into this. I didn't get none of the writing, but if y'all got to the end of this, I appreciate it. This is going to come in kind of hot because this is going to be kind of like a redo. I appreciate you. Thank you guys from the bottom of your heart. And I mean it. I want to see more comments. I'm going to respond back to y'all. If y'all DM me, I'm going to respond to you. I'm not going to ignore nobody on here. I'm inclusive, not exclusive. You feel me? So, I appreciate you for watching episode number 15. This was I Am the Avatar. As always, y'all can reach me on my socials, Subeg Dollywall. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate just you for living. We're all just out here. Have a good one. I appreciate y'all. Peace out. Oh, and shout out to Selena and Mangender for being my 2 Patreon members. If you guys want to check me out on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Subegos. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it is out here. Peace out.